Hello everyone, it's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead, and I am trying to figure out where I'm going here. Danny started talking and made me forget what I was doing.
You pop out. Come on, focus. Focus, Wanda, focus. Let's focus.
Okay, and I need this moved.
Moved. There you go. Come on, move it on over.
No, I'm gonna make it bigger.
You're gonna click out of it. There you go.
Make it bigger. Okay.
All right, now.
Obvious.
And drag that over.
And it needs to be.
And just drag the top of it over. There you go.
It's gonna cut us off. Okay. Maybe we can deal with that a little bit.
We can deal with it. You like the Michael Jackson look there.
Let's do it this way. I can make it happen.
There we go. Now you just pick the whole thing up. There you go.
I know, y'all. I'm getting there.
I wish you could do all this ahead of time.
You can't till you get started, and then you have to make it all happen. And
yeah.
So, hello.
Hello, everybody. All right. Time to get started tonight. Been sitting here reading some of the comments while everybody's been chatting. Been kind of enjoying that moment.
I don't know what all they're saying right quick. A lot of them are saying hey from a lot of different places, but it's bouncing so fast, so I'm having trouble trying to keep up. And we got our thing right in the middle. That ain't gonna work. Hold on.
No.
No, hold on.
What are you doing?
No, that ain't gonna
work. You're gonna mess something up now.
I can't see what it says there, or else I'm gonna be. Can I move this? Okay, it's still in. Well, I can read it once it gets a higher.
Yeah, you just can't read the first 2 or 3.
The last few.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so maybe I can read some of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Millie Lannon says it's just hot in Ohio. Welcome to the Deep South. It's always hot here. I don't think. Well, I will say this morning we got up this morning. It was 68 degrees. And a light breeze blowing. I said, Wanda, I said, we slept too long or something. It's done fall. You know.
Somebody said we're muffled. Are we muffled?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
they said they love your shirt too.
And I mean, I'm telling you, the first part of the morning was so cool. It was so nice. But boy, once it got to be about 12:30, 1 o'clock, it got hot. We went to hot.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been as bad as it has been.
It cooled off one time this afternoon, got down to 88, 89?
Yeah, it's like an 88 at one point, but then it went right back up to 90 something just a little while later.
Like in 20 minutes. It dropped down and then it went back up.
Nostradamus says it feels like October in Georgia right now. Everybody says it sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Design 2C says 68 degrees. What? Yeah, it was like freaky this morning. I told Wanda, I said, I gotta go. I said, we got a cold front come through or something, you know?
I don't know what happened, but it was cool this morning. And somebody wanted to know about the crowns. Now, YouTube started a new thing called Top Fans. I'm gonna try one more time to see if it'll let me. Okay. Now it's letting me now that we're alive.
Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden is our #1 crown person.
It's according to how much you comment. So right now, and it changes as people comment.
Yeah.
But Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden is #1. Milk Honey Heritage Farms is #2. Missy V Butterfly Hill is #3. Prayer Warrior 424 is #4. Can you read the others? Millie
Lanning
is #5.
1690 is #5. Starbus 494 is #6. Texas Chopper 3091 is #7.
Okay, so that's and it'll change, but it'll give 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 will pop up in the chat. Now I got to do it all over again.
You got to do it all over again because you went and messed with it. There you go.
I didn't know it was going to take it away.
There you go. Then you got to go back, bring up OBS. There we are.
There we are. So
Yeah.
that's what the crowns are. It's according to how many times you comment. I have no say-so over it. YouTube keeps up with how many times you comment. And like cul-de-sac, I think it said something like 75.
75, yeah.
So before we even started, she was chatting with people. So that racked her up more. So y'all got to comment a lot if y'all can catch her.
Yeah.
Because she was in the chat room before we started. And
good Lord, Donna Hoffman.
Will Be Cool said it felt like September.
I know it did. There's Donna Hoffman says we have 100 degrees this next week in Idaho. Goodness gracious.
Oh.
That's just crazy.
And Monkey Food Garden says he's enjoying the cub videos, learning a lot about our cubs.
I like a little bit on one side, and I will have the other rear end, and I will have the cub where I can take it out and actually, well, I do have to pull the front axle bolt out because I realize there's a little bit of slack in it, and it kind of pops a little bit back and forth, so I got to put a spacer in there, like a washer or something.
All right, y'all going crazy.
Still got that. We got ads inserted right now, so there'll be somebody be saying.
All right, so the deal is, cul-de-sac, yes, you got it at the third comment, but there wasn't very many people in, and you had commented 3 times where everybody else had only commented maybe once. So that still puts you at the head or as number 1. And since you kept commenting, yours have racked up. So, everybody else got to play catch up. That's what it is.
Okay.
Somebody asked me, do I ferment? Nothing but pickles.
No.
That's usually the only thing, and I don't ferment a lot of pickles.
Right.
I used to do a lot of pickles, but not lately. How's the Deep South property going? I guess I could show them.
Oh, that's where I've been here for the last week.
We've
Guys,
been busy.
We have been blessed. I've been putting in like 60 hours a week. Miss Wanda has some pictures here, what I've been doing on the outside. I don't know if we can get that up there where Miss Wanda can actually show it. I just got through putting a new deck on the back of the house.
And let's see, what else? He built some stairs going up to it. Gotta see if I can keep it straight. He put up the lattice. And I painted the floor. And it's a gray color,
It's
but
gray.
I know it looks black.
It looks blue, but it's not. It's actually
It's
gray.
gray.
You have to go down below and find them down there.
Yeah, let me find. All right, let me just show a few inside pictures. I'm not going to show all
This
of
is
them.
inside the house now. We've got it pretty much in pretty good shape on the inside. That is the dining room. Designed after Jefferson Davis's home.
That's the other side of the dining room. I've got everything pretty much cleaned.
That's
the tray ceiling in the dining room.
That's the dining room ceiling in the dining room.
What else we got going on now?
That's a master bath.
All right, y'all, we did not paint any cabinets, leaving it for the new owner to paint cabinets any color they wanted. We left it original. This is the master.
That's the master bedroom there.
Has a tray ceiling in it also. The kitchen, again, we left the cabinets so that somebody can paint them any color. That's the going thing, but Danny and I just couldn't bring ourselves
I ain't gonna paint that
cabinets.
fancy red oak. No, I spent too much money on that red oak.
All right, this is the sitting room. Where am I at? And
this is the living room right here.
That's it, and it's got beams across the top. Let me see if I can find columns as you come in the door. This is a long view of it from the front door. I know some of you seen it with a lot, and this is the front door. This is in the living room looking back at the foyer.
We're not far from having it ready. There's Jen. Hey, Jen.
So, we're showing them what it looks like, Jennifer. Y'all contact Jennifer Johnson right there if y'all interested. So we have 2 bedrooms and a bath, but that gives you an idea of what it's looking like. I think we've showed you the front porch because it has a semi wraparound front porch. We've got that done. What else? Mainly cleaning the yard.
We've been cleaning on the yard. We've had.
Danny's been bush hogging.
I've been bush hogging the property because we haven't been there to really take care of it like we need to. We've had other people there working on doing some projects that I can't get to, and I don't really have the equipment to do it. So we've had them there. It's just been a busy week. I mean, really busy, hot. Oh my goodness, it's been hot.
Old Dominion says their Danny corn is 7 foot high in Connecticut, and it's so green and beautiful. Won't even matter if we get any corn. I'm just proud of the plants. Somebody asked about the new calf. I had taken and chose 5 names: Ozzy, Jet, Cash, Fudge, and Smokey. And Danny decided.
I decided I wanted Smokey.
Smokey. And so I saw Sassafras Nance. It says Sassafras Nanc. If you will contact me by email at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com, Sassafras Nance. I'm sure it's short for Nancy, but you know.
Gary Legg says, my husband bought me for my 72nd birthday a red delicious apple tree and a peach tree. He needs to know what type of fertilizer to use. You have inspired us in getting an orchard. Do not over fertilize it to start with. As a matter of fact, I probably would not put out any fertilizer to start with. Just amend the soil really good around it with some good compost. And I like for my roots to do what they call go grocery shopping. Just make sure you keep it watered. That's the biggest issue right now is keep it watered, and the roots will go start looking for food, and then by springtime you can begin to put some light fertilizer around it. Just a good well balanced fertilizer, something like 10-10-10 or something like that will be really good.
All right, Texas Chopper said their Danny corn is 8 to 9 feet tall. We had several people send us pictures of theirs, and it's anywhere from 8 to 12, 15 feet tall.
We had one guy standing on top of his
That was not Danny corn. That was Bloody Butcher.
Bloody Butcher. A guy sent us a picture of his Bloody Butcher. He was standing on top of his Cub tractor seat, and it was still way above his head.
He said that he had only used electroculture. He had not added any extra other than, I guess, fertilizer he put in the ground. He had not done all the extra fertilizing. He had put electroculture around it.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Connie Brown says, Danny, what is your take on them saying that some days are actually shorter, so time is going by faster? That is actually true. It actually began way back yonder, several years ago, when the tectonic plates, one of them rose up above the other and actually changed the circumference of the earth just a minute little bit, and the earth is actually spinning faster because it's smaller in diameter, and which shortened the day. And it's only just a minute, less than a minute. But over a period of time, you begin to lose time, and then we had other earthquakes that has done exactly the same thing. And yes, there is actual truth to the days are getting shorter.
All right, there was one here. Let me find it. Lynn Speed. I've got a mystery. Some maybe for you. I have 4 rows of black-eyed peas. Not one of them bloomed, been planting them for years. What would be happening there?
Lynn, it's not just you that's experiencing this issue. People are experiencing cucumbers not blooming, squash that's only having male blooms, no female blooms, pumpkins only having male blooms, no female blooms, some are having only female blooms, no male blooms. The only thing that I know that I can probably say for sure is that the magnetosphere is playing a huge part in what's going on with our plants. Now, I can't go into any kind of detail about that right now, but I will tell you that what's going on in the solar system is definitely affecting our plants. It's affecting our seeds coming up. It's affecting our plants' abilities to bloom like they're supposed to bloom. The weather is chaotic. The plants have cells just like we have in our body. And when the temperature rises above 135 degrees, the cell structure of plants begin to rupture. And you think 135 degrees, wow, that's pretty hot. Technically, the heat index, we're being lied to about a lot of our heat indexes. They're actually a lot higher. I have a friend right up the road from us that runs a nursery up there. He is having fits monitoring those greenhouses that he has. He's actually had to paint the greenhouse cover over them white to keep them from getting too hot on the inside and keep them below 135 degrees on the inside. So I'm telling you guys, it is all to do with our solar system. As a matter of fact, me and David Dubine from Adapt 2030 just done a series of videos that he will be putting up on his channel. So if you want to see the things that David and I talk about, go over to Adapt 2030 and keep watching for when he puts mine and his videos up. And we discuss a lot of things that's actually going on in our world today. And gardening is one of them that we actually talked about.
Yeah. Couple of things.
T-Berry, come on, T-Berry.
Yes, explain that right quick. That's what I want you to explain, male and female blooms, right quick.
Okay, don't know the difference between male and female blooms.
All right, explain it without getting too. The birds and the bees.
We do the birds and the bees with plants. Okay. The female bloom always has the fruit on it. If it's a tomato, it'll have a tomato. If it's a squash, you'll see the little squash. You'll see little tiny squashes coming up. If it's a cucumber, you'll see a little tiny cucumber on it on the female bloom. The male will just be the bloom. It'll just have a stem and a flower. It'll have the stigma sticking out of it, and that little stigma, the bees crawl around on it. And then they go over into the female bloom and they crawl around on it and deposit the pollen in it. Or you can break the stigma off yourself and you can reach over there and just wall it around in a little hole in there and fertilize it yourself. I'm just trying to be honest and without being comical. I mean,
it's funny anyway.
It's the truth. You can fertilize them yourself. You don't have to.
Anything like your tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, squash.
Yeah, you can fertilize all of them.
Pumpkins.
Now, tomatoes are a little bit different. Tomatoes, you can reach up and just thump the blooms a little bit. They're self-pollinating. The wind pollinates them, not insects. The wind pollinates them. So.
All right. Starburst says, what kind of fertilizer do you use on your garden?
Oh my goodness. I just use triple 13 for corn, ammonium sulfate for corn. It depends on what I'm planting. 8-24-24 for things like butter beans, sweet potatoes, because you don't want too much nitrogen in it. Anything that's a nitrogen fixing plant, you don't want to put anything with okay. You don't want anything with too much nitrogen on it.
That's too funny.
For nitrogen things that produce nitrogen, like English peas or sweet peas or field peas or anything like that create their own nitrogen. Peanuts, you want to use 8-24-24, something like that.
Stop this so I can back up and watch, see what they're saying. They're laughing at you. They said you got a little red. Oh. Your daughter's the one that said just wall around. She remembers when Danny had to explain the birds and bees to her.
Hey Sue says, I can count on you to make me laugh.
I gotta get my eyes where I can see again because I can't read nothing. That's too funny.
Ban everything says, armadillos keep rooting up my garden. It's time to get rid of the armadillos. It's time to do this right here. and eradicate them. I mean, that's what we do. Matter of fact, I got a shotgun standing in the corner right here. When I leave tonight, I'm going armadillo hunting.
All right, Wendy Neal says they have one Cherokee tan that is tan and the other 10 are not. Pick it or wait.
You can just wait. The easy way to check it is take your fingernail and see if you can mark the outer skin on it. If it's tough enough that your fingernail won't cut into it and it's completely orange or tan or whatever color you want to call it, then you can take it off. But now, let me say this. Cut the stem as long as you can on any pumpkin. Cut the stem as long as you can and do not break the stem off. If you leave the stem on it, it will last for a year. If you take the stem off, it won't last a couple of months and it'll rot.
Everybody's saying waller. It's like a pig messing around in a pig pen.
Maria Patterson says, do you use organic fertilizer? Yes, we use organic, but you have to understand how organic fertilizers work. When you put organic fertilizer on something, you're only going to get about 8% of the actual fertilizer for the first month or two. It takes like 3 to 4 months for organic fertilizer to break down to the point where the plant can use it. And during that particular period of time, your plant has got stunted. So that's why if you're going to use organic fertilizer, you got to understand how it works, because you're not going to get the full potential of it.
Your daughter has to stop. I can't help it, Jennifer. You better stop. I'm not going to be able to hold a straight face the rest of the night. Oh, Jennifer. Now she got me laughing too hard.
Oh, man.
Let me try.
Okay, let's do like the Barney Fife now.
We said something else, and then I'm going to be going. Does Lucy show interest in killing rats in the garden yet? No.
Lucy only shows interest in biting your shoestrings and
eating food
and chasing bugs on the ground and stuff like that.
She's starting to learn to smell really good, and so she's getting used to sniffing the air and sniffing the ground, but food is her main thing. If I'm in the kitchen, she's in the kitchen. I'm having to make her get out from under me and go somewhere else. She's not listening very much. I've got them all laughing. But she's doing real good. We left her in her playpen. She has a doggy playpen in the house, so that when we leave, we can put her in it. We've got to where we're trying to leave her at least an hour or so at a time, so that we can get her used to, if we have to, like when I have eye surgery, I've got to be able to leave her for probably half a day or better.
Yeah,
maybe
at
longer.
least, yeah.
Where can I find your powdered ingredients, the buttermilk and butter?
Biscuit
Azure
recipe.
Standard has the buttermilk. I don't know if they have the powdered butter.
The powdered butter comes from My Patriot Supply.
Yes, and My Patriot Supply is having a sale right now.
They got a good sale going on right now, guys.
If anybody's interested in like the powdered butter, the powdered eggs, the powdered milk, the powdered peanut butter, now would be the time to go over and check out and see what My Patriot Supply has. We have a link in the description. Use our code Azure Standard. That's where I got the buttermilk. You can use our link, and if it's your first time, use the code NEW15 and you get 15% off your first order. So both of them, good deal with powdered stuff. I don't think Lucy's caught anything. Well, she's been playing with the frog.
Lucy found her a frog. She got it in her mouth, and then she realized she didn't want it in her mouth, and the frog peed in her mouth.
Yeah, and she was playing with it this morning, or a frog. I don't know the same one because it's been a week or so. And she would let it hop, and then she'd put her paw on it. And then she'd take her paw off and sit there, and it would just sit still. And when she'd get up and nudge it, and when it hopped, she'd put her paw back on it. So, yeah, Lucy is a basset hound.
Lucy is a basset hound. And she is full basket, I'm going to tell you. Now, not only have we been over at Deep South this week, Miss Wanda has been canning whole figs. Guys, this is the way we eat our figs here. Now, we do some candied figs occasionally, but Miss Wanda does the whole figs for us. And
now I have that recipe on, I think it's on Deep South Homestead, and it may be on Crazy Days. Crazy Days is my channel that I haven't been on in 2 years because I just ran out of time, but I hope to renew it at some point when we get Deep South sold, so I have a few more minutes to do something different. But the whole figs is Danny's favorite way. He takes out, what, 6 or 8, 10 every morning, and that way he has those fresh. I mean, they're not fresh, but they're whole.
yeah,
And he really likes it that way. A lot of your restaurants in the South will serve whole figs as a appetizer or something, and they're considered very expensive, I would think you would say. And I've also done, like you said, the candied figs, where you just add a lot of sugar and you cook them down and you make them almost like a candy. That is, they're really good, and then you put them in pint jars and all. And then I've made strawberry figs. Most people don't even know that it's not strawberries. You take figs. There's a recipe on one of my channels on strawberry figs. You take figs and add strawberry jello to it and cook it, and most everybody thinks it's strawberries. So that's different ways you can do. Just check out our videos.
Illinois Fishstetter says, my first year growing okra, I've been harvesting it as you have shown and canning some up like your past videos, and I'm loving it.
Good.
And Miss Vicky says, how many varieties of figs do you have? Well, we have brown turkey, LSU, and my grandpa figs that come from China,
and lemon.
And we have lemon figs. That's the 4 that we have right now. We don't have a Celeste, and we did have, but we don't anymore because we left it Deep South.
I think there was one here, but it died.
I think it
was
died.
in the wrong location.
Yeah, and we don't have a Mission fig, and we don't have a Celeste. That's the 2 that we don't have.
Can you eat figs if you have a latex allergy? I heard they have some kind of latex in them.
You can eat them if they've been processed. Now, eating them raw, they do have the white latex stuff in it that does break some people out. Some people are allergic to it. I mean, we're not, but I would try them canned rather than raw.
I'm not sure Wild Turkey. He said ban everything. I have to ask, why have you been selling frog pea? That's funny. I'm not sure.
Oh, I did see
he's talking to ban
He's
everything.
talking to ban everything.
Never mind. Y'all doing your own conversation.
Amy B says, does canning make figs mushy? You don't pick your figs once they get mushy. You pick them right before they're actually fully ripe.
They're not green, but they're still kind of firm.
They're firm.
And you don't cut down into the fig so that it has a big gaping hole on it. You just mainly clip the top where it still holds together without busting and coming apart.
Yeah.
Now, one every now and then I do get a mushy one in there, but they eat just as well as anything else.
Chrissy, guess what? Now I know y'all have been looking for white okra seeds. I went up to pick okra today and I was amazed. I looked down through there and there was okra dried and already brown pods everywhere down through there. I went down through there just whacking them off and putting them, I got them spread out on the table now to finish drying as much as possible. I went back this afternoon and looked, and even more has dried, so we're in that stage right now. If we can keep the water off of them, we are beginning to get them in, and I can get them into a facility and get them drying. Probably, I'm going to say within 3 weeks, at the most, we should have, if nothing happens, we should have okra seeds up on our Etsy store.
What else have I canned this week? I finished the pears. I don't know if it was Monday, maybe. Yeah, I finished the pears Monday, I believe. So we still have some on the tree. We just haven't gotten any more off. Maybe tomorrow we might get those. We keep forgetting to get them off. The animals are gradually grabbing them, but I put up pears.
Oh yeah, the pears. We've oh my goodness.
I just told Danny, he came and helped me, and he sat and peeled them with the apple peeler.
I use the apple peeler to peel the pears. There's probably still
maybe a 5-gallon
there's
bucket.
Still a good 5-gallon bucket or two on the tree. Now we gave Tim and Heidi 3 5-gallon buckets, and we've done 3 or 4 ourselves.
No, we've done.
Or maybe it's 5.
At least 5 or more.
We've done 5 5-gallon buckets ourselves, and there's still pears on the trees. So, you know.
We do have lemons growing. I have a lot of citrus.
We have
all our citrus is really getting there. Our pomelo is, I'm just before picking it. We're holding off. It's getting soft, and it's starting to change color. Just a little bit. So from everything I'm reading, the pomelo needs to be a touch soft.
You gotta stop it.
Huh?
You gotta stop it.
You got a question?
Yeah.
So the citrus is growing like crazy, and and everything, even the what's the one, kumquats have just started blooming.
The kumquats are just now blooming.
Lemons are about this big and getting ready. The satsumas, the oranges, everything's getting there.
Okay, Mindless Manpower says, how do you dry corn in a wet, foggy place? I had corn drying in a paper bag and it got white mold on it. No, don't put it in a paper bag. Go back and look at my videos on building corn dryers. And hang them in the shed or a barn or shop or something. You know, mine's hanging in the shop. Just keep them dry, hang it up where the air can pass around them, and they dry. They do fine. It don't matter. I mean, look, it stays foggy here. The humidity's at 90% all the time. But if you put it inside a good building, away from the critters, shouldn't be a problem.
Trying to keep it where we can see. All right. Tim must have said something because he said, God willing and the creek don't rise. I don't know what that. I don't know what he said.
It's going by so fast, I don't get to see it.
I catch part of it.
Let's see here. Starburst says, I love figs, but someone has been stealing my figs. I know it's not deer because I have not had deer in my garden. It's birds. Birds, squirrels,
will eat.
Coons, possums. I was constantly having to shoot them out of my fig trees.
What kind of fertilizer for collards and cabbage?
For collards and cabbage, you want a good well-balanced fertilizer. I use triple 13 myself because you need got a lot of leafy greens. You need some good nitrogen. You need some good phosphorus. You need some good potassium. You need magnesium. I mean, there's lots of things for greens that you need. You need some Epsom salt put around them.
We must have, can you shut that door? Somebody's saying that light.
Oh, the air conditioner kicked on, and you're looking at, what you're seeing is a hot water heater. It's got a gas hot water heater.
Yeah, it's got one of those on-demand hot water heaters, and that's the light from the.
I guess I'll just have to close the door.
Do we have poplar trees on the property? Yes.
Oh, we got poplar trees. Some of them
in pots?
3 feet in diameter. Some of them 3 and 4 feet in diameter, and then I got a ton of them in little pots.
And we set some out by the
pond. I set a bunch of them out by the pond.
Danny dug them up out of our
food plot.
Yeah, we went down there and there was, what did you dig, 25 or 30?
Probably dug 25 or 30 of them up, put them in pots. I still have some in pots.
All right, so we do have lots of poplar.
Yeah.
Debbie said her figs are in a chicken wire enclosure. Tiny wrens are still going in the little holes to eat the figs.
Look, nature just has a way of doing what it does. How do I know when my Danny corn has dried enough to take off the ears to store for seeds?
That's one thing you've been doing the last couple of days.
Oh, that is one thing. I'll get to that in a minute. When your cob when the cob is completely hard and dry, and you can't bend it, and the kernels on the ends have shrunk up, and you You put them in your teeth, and if you bite one of them, it's just like really, really hard. Then it's ready to come off.
All right. So what you been doing it wasn't. It's been the last 2 or 3 nights.
2.
That's why I said, do we ever relax?
No, I don't ever relax. 2 or 3 days ago, I went to the shop and I picked all the seed corn that I wanted from the store evergreen off and put them in a bucket. And then I went through my Jimmy Red and I picked off all the ears that I wanted for Jimmy Red. And I went in the house under air conditioning. And at night, I sat there, and then at 4 o'clock in the morning, I sat there and shelled off all my seeds, went through them, made sure I didn't have any bad seeds in them, and put them in some Ziploc bags, labeled them, put them in the freezer for 2 weeks. They'll be in the freezer, and then I'll be able to take them out and store them with my rest of my seeds.
You did the sweet corn and the.
Yeah, I did
Jimmy
sweet
Red.
corn and Jimmy Red.
Our sweet corn is the.
Store evergreen.
Yeah. All right, somebody said, what are poplars good for?
Poplar trees are good for a lot of things, really. I mean, they're a hardwood, but they're also a softwood of the hardwood variety. Lots of your old timers used to use them to make ox yoking out of, because when they dry, they're extremely light. The old poplars, the heart of it will not rot. People make boat paddles out of them. They float. Really, really good once they're dry because they won't absorb any water. I mean, they're just really, it's just an all-around good. Log cabins were made out of them. They have many uses. If you're gonna burn it in a fireplace, you make sure it's a wood heater. Do not put it in a fireplace, because that's why it's called poplar. Because when you put it in there, it goes to popping real bad, and it blows coals all out on the floor.
All right, do you use pond dye in your ponds, or is there something else we could use?
Do what now?
Pond dye.
Do you use pond dye in your ponds, or is there something else? Why would you need to put dye in your pond? I mean, ponds are supposed to be ponds. I mean, mine looks green sometimes. Sometimes it looks muddy because I got catfish and brim in it. Depends on the weather. If it rains, it'll get a little muddy looking, but then if it quits raining, it kind of clears up. I don't dye anything. I mean, I don't think it's healthy for the fish.
Will it hurt to store the Danny corn seed in the freezer all the time?
No. Daniel, I have Danny corn seed I just leave in the freezer all the time.
Some of it's 2 and 3 years old.
Oh, some of it's way older than that. I've got some that's been in there for probably 10 years.
He takes the little, in one freezer he has a whole supply of seeds or stuff, showing how old some of it is. For, like whatever he planted this year, and he had some seed left over, he goes and stashes it.
Yeah.
And so then he starts again this year with new seed, and when he plants that, whatever's left, he stashes it, and he has the years written on most everything.
Yeah.
So
Tim says, how many pounds of seed did you set aside? The Jimmy Red, I probably have
a gallon.
4. I have a gallon bag full, which is about 4 pounds, I guess, 3 or 4 pounds. The Storal Evergreen, I've got probably half a gallon set aside. Probably got a couple of pounds of it. So that'll do me for what I need, because I still have Storal Evergreen from 10 years ago, and that's what we planted to get this with.
Do we grow medicinal herbs? I grow, let's see, what do we have? We have comfrey, what's the ferny thing in the backyard?
What?
The backyard, the fern stuff that I've transplanted that you can't get
Asparagus?
rid of. No, in the backyard by the mimosa. Whatever it's called, it just went out the window.
You talking about the Deep South?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sitting here trying to think of in the
We got two
backyard. We got
properties,
so many houses. I'm sitting here trying to
No,
figure out.
Doug transferred it near the well house now, but what is it called? It just went out the window.
All right, Renata, if you're on here, we gave you something to give to the midwife.
Tell me what I gave you from the backyard.
You just had a brain freeze here,
and,
Lord,
there's Jennifer, and That's our other Jennifer, the Bride of Christ, with all these
Yeah.
hand waves and smiles.
Yeah.
But we have lemongrass, we have onion chives, garlic chives,
We got lots of stuff. I mean,
oregano, and some people say, well, that wouldn't be considered
yarrow.
herbal, but yes,
Vicky's
yarrow. That's
yarrow.
it. Thank you, yarrow.
Yarrow.
I did have some mullein. I haven't gotten mullein right now. Will we be selling any more knives? Yes.
Yes, we will be selling some in the future. Now, not right now, but it will be in the
Around
future.
October or so, we'll talk to the guy about getting them toward Christmas. We hope to have them somewhere by October, November. What else have we got? We've got all kinds of
Van
plants.
Everything says, I planted lemongrass, but it didn't grow. What? Lemongrass? You about can't kill that stuff.
It doesn't need to be too wet. It doesn't need to be too deep.
Right.
A sandy soil is perfect for it. It loves
Yeah.
sand. Smilax. We got Smilax galore. If y'all want Smilax, just tell me, I can send you
Kim K says, do you grow moringa trees? That moringa tree came back up out here that froze.
We still got one?
There's still one out there.
Well, yeah, we're still growing moringa.
As long as somebody ain't mowed it off now. I mean, it was there. I seen it one time.
I've had moringa for 7 or 8 years.
Oh my gosh, it goes way
Jennifer
back.
brought another Jennifer.
Another Jennifer.
We've got a bunch of Jennifers in our lives, but from California, which is now, she's in Arkansas. Jen, let's just call her
Okay.
from the Nut House.
Jen from the Nut House. Alan says, what is the life expectancy for sweet potatoes and okra that has been properly canned? Oh my goodness.
I would use it before 5 years.
5 years is about our cutoff. You know, where anything over 5 years.
Danny don't let it go that long. He eats
No,
it
it
before
don't
5
go that
years.
long with me.
Yeah, the winters, lemongrass doesn't do good in the winters, but
No.
now in our soil, most of the time, mine overwinters. It'll die back, and I leave all the long grass that dies on top of
Right.
it, and it shields it, and usually it comes back. And I did lose some of it, and I have lost some in the past, but I always, whatever comes back up, I break it up and replant it. So this year we're going to be replanting some in different places. I've got one in a pot right now that we're just going to leave for a while.
Mr. Ray says, Danny, do you know anyone up my way that grinds corn for meal?
Mr. John's moringa's 10 years old.
Mr. Ray, I really don't. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the only one that I know of in my area, from you to me, that has a grist mill that actually grinds cornmeal. I know there's some out there. I mean, because they just have to be. But I don't know anybody. I really don't.
All right, Design
to see says what?
Is or are Smilax.
Smilax.
Explain Smilax. The curse of the South.
It's a curse of, it's a bane of the South. It is a underground root system. It looks like a sweet potato root, but it grows underground, and they just keep multiplying and get bigger and bigger. And they got big old vines that come up out of them. We do have videos. They got vines that come up out of them. Now, when they first come up, the tips on them can be eaten like wild asparagus. But once they get growing, they grow like 10 feet in a month. And then all of a sudden they start putting giant thorns all over them, and they'll grow and they go way up into treetops and everything. And they get berries on them up there, these little purple berries. And if you pull them down out of the trees, the cows and the goats and stuff like that love to eat the leaves and the berries and all off of them. But yeah.
All right, Pamela Fury.
Jennifer says there's somebody in Picayune, but Mr. Ray lives in Tylertown, Jen. He's totally in the opposite direction.
Pamela Fury, a good grinder for wheat berries. I have a link for, what's it called? Nutrimil.
Nutrimil. I
have the wooden one. I love the wooden one, but the white plastic one does the same thing. But check out Nutrimil. I don't know if there's a link in this description. If there's not, at Pecan Grove, I know it's in that description. And my moderators can probably pick up the Nutrimil link and that you can use and check it out. 1940. This 1940s farm says I have a 20-inch grist mill in Virginia. I grind for people. What is Wanda's site to look up her post? Crazy Daze, CRAZYDAZES, Crazy Daze, DAZES.
Yeah.
And I've got lots of videos up. It's Daze, DAZES. Okay. I do have turmeric and ginger.
Yep.
It's in my Vago beds in our courtyard. I'm going to give a kind of a walk around the courtyard before long and show you everything that we've got going. But my ginger and my turmeric are fixing to bloom. I've got little spots on them.
SW Mom's Auto Book says, can you grind corn at home using an electric grinder like a Nutrimill? Yes, you can.
We've tried it in the Nutrimill. Now, corn is harder.
Corn is very hard on it, but it can be done.
It can be done. I just didn't like doing it. I tried it because I thought that was something that I would do small batches when I wanted it. But it's really hard on the Nutrimill corn is. Danny had already ground some, but left it like grits. Yeah. I can take the grits and put it through the Nutrimill and make flour, yes. But putting the whole corn in there, it does have a tough time with corn. It says it'll do it, and it did do it, but I just was like, I didn't want to tear my meal up.
Yeah, it's pretty hard on a meal. It really is. MMMM says, Miss Wanda, when's the last time you had some coconut macaroons?
Oh, I don't know. I would love to have some.
She hadn't had none in quite a while.
It's been a long time.
Can you grow rhubarb in raised beds? Simple retirement Germany. If you live in, like, let's just say Tennessee or Kentucky or somewhere up that way in the zone 5 to 6, yeah, you can grow it. You get down here in 8. No, it was too hot down here.
Silver Run Coffee Crafters is grinding corn now. What are you grinding it with? I want to know. What are you grinding your corn with? All right, y'all, if y'all want coffee now, Silver Run Coffee Crafters and Miss Sassafras Nance, if you'll send me an email, I'm going to send you some coffee for the...
they're grinding corn now.
That's what I said.
Okay. Bonnie says, Danny, do you ever get to talk? I do get to talk. I talk a lot.
What is the name of your Etsy store?
DeepSouthHomestead.etsy.com will take you straight to it.
Cul-de-sac says she loved the low-octane coffee.
It's Silver Run Coffee Crafters has really, look, if you like coffee, I'm telling you, this stuff you're getting in the stores is really not coffee. If it wouldn't get me in trouble, I could sit here and explain to you what they're doing to that coffee, and it would make you sick at your stomach. And you'd never drink it again. That's why I like Rebecca and Brad and them out there, because their coffee is just straight from the bean to you. Once they heat it up and cook it down for you, I mean, it is just straight from you. It's roasted to the perfection, and you can grind your own. Now, and what most people don't understand, me and Brad talked about this. Grinding is everything. If you've got a specific kind of coffee maker and you're putting the wrong grind in it, you are destroying your coffee. You have got to make sure you put the right grind in it.
Miss Lippy is not feeling well. She had to take one of her medicines yesterday, and it left her feeling rough. So y'all keep her in prayers. Wounded Knee says their Nutrimill does not grind popcorn.
No,
I wanted to do that too.
Popcorn. Let me tell you about popcorn. Popcorn is actually is a little moist. The hull is as hard as a rock. The interior part is a little bit moist. If you're not careful, it will gum up a meal that is made with stone. So you have to be very, very careful.
They said you could explain the process to us without naming names.
Well,
they take this, and this, put it in a vat, run it through, instead of...
No, they add things.
And then they add something else.
Like, let's just talk about decaffeinated for a moment. I'm not calling any company names or anything like that. Let's just say if you want decaffeinated coffee, and you want decaffeinated coffee that's safe to drink, then you need to do a waterpress, or whether it's Swiss waterpress or any other kind of waterpress, mountain waterpress, whatever. you want to make sure you get waterpress. Do not just get decaffeinated coffee, because under normal circumstances, they use like benzene or toluene, these different chemicals to extract the caffeine out of the coffee. And then they will say that at 89 degrees, benzene and toluene is perfectly harmless to the human body, okay? But the body core temperature is at 98.6, which means you're already above that temperature, which makes it toxic to the human system. And when you put it in a coffee maker and you heat it up, it heats it up to 119, 112 to 119 degrees, somewhere in that range. And it heats it hotter than that, which makes the coffee actually toxic to drink if it's decaffeinated. So that's just on the decaffeinated side. I'm not going to go on the caffeinated. I mean, on the caffeinated side, they do things to coffee over there that really, I don't even know why anybody want to drink it from a store. You know, or go to a restaurant and order coffee. I mean, it's just not healthy. It's not safe.
All right, they said the grain maker mill will grind corn. All right, the Nutri-Mill will, but
the
like
grain maker will
said,
grind corn. Now it will.
Like somebody said with the Nutri-Mill, take it. Don't try to grind to start with flour. Grind it in like small stages.
Yeah.
You may have to grind it several times, which may take you a little longer, but it will do it.
Now, if you want to do the I don't know if I can say this, nixtamalized process where you soak it in lye water, like making hominy, and then can let it completely dry, and then you can go in and grind it, and you can make grits. Technically, you get more nutrition out of it that way, but I don't have the kind of time to do that, guys. I just grind mine straight. You know, I'll leave the germ in it and everything. When you go to the store and buy cornmeal from the store, most of it has the germ taken out of it, and it's not healthy. You're just eating filler, basically. That's it.
Jess said she got rid of her fear of pressure canning by watching my videos. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's awesome.
Now,
thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. You finally got in
20
here.
minutes later.
Yeah.
She must be on slow time with us.
What is the best grind if you're grinding it at home for a percolator like Bialetti? That would be something that Brad
would have to
answer that one for you. I mean, I'm not the coffee guru here.
Is organic coffee okay to drink? Yes, should be.
Yeah, organic coffee is fine to drink as long as it's not decaffeinated. I mean, you can get organic Swiss waterpress coffee, which is fine to drink, but organic coffee should be okay.
Somebody asked earlier about Azure Standards maple syrup, and now I think that's what I'm eating now, and it is awesome. I've had no problems, but now I saw somebody in a Facebook post say that there's mildewed, and I don't know why. I keep mine in the refrigerator. Once I open maple syrup, I put it in the fridge. So
maple syrup's not cooked at as high of a temperature as cane syrup is.
But we also put cane syrup in the fridge once we open it.
We do. It's just, you don't have to, but we do.
Yeah.
Margalo Pearl says, "So excited to find you. We're building a home in Mississippi." All right. I don't know where you're at in Mississippi, but hey, welcome to the state. Starburst says, "Janie, what kind of collard do you plant, or do you plant collards? I have not seen any collards in your videos." Yes, we grow collards lots of times. Guys, let me just say this. We don't show everything, okay? There's some things we just don't show. I mean, we have our private things, our private life. We don't show every little detail about what we do. You know, like Mr. Chris, when he comes over here, he'll say, "Man," he said, "you never talk about that on the videos. You never tell people this little secret here or that little secret there." I said, "No, I don't tell everything." I mean,
Chris must be, he said, "Country. Hey, it's Chris."
What?
Can you see it down low? Country. Hey, it's Chris.
What'd you do? Get you a new name?
He decided he didn't want his full name up there.
So you okay, so you got Country.
He's Country.
Country now. Okay. All right.
Yeah, maple syrup goes in the fridge after it's opened. I don't know why some people don't think of that, but I follow an Azure standard, like for the United States.
Yeah.
Some of them people just don't think when they get stuff. What's the email address I'm watching?
There's your personal coffee winner.
Okay, Miss Sassafras, or Mr. Sassafras, but I'm assuming Miss. deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. Yeah, he changed it to country.
Yeah.
And in the email, tell me your real name and put Sassafras Nance so I'll know who you are and what type of coffee you like to drink and what kind of coffee pot you have.
Kathy Williams said, I wish I could keep my collars secret from the dang worms.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
All right,
man.
so what are we doing to give away some coffee tonight? People want some coffee from Silver Run Coffee Crafters.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I mean...
How old is Danny?
No! No!
All these crazy things that tell how much money we make have Danny anywhere from, I don't know, to
80 years old.
Some of them have him at 70, 75,
Yeah.
80. Some of them just, I don't know. He's old, but we don't know how old. It's funny. Now, let me think a minute.
Yeah. SR said, I've never heard of keeping maple syrup in the fridge. I've never occurred to me, I guess because honey isn't put in the fridge. Yeah, all maple syrup needs to be put in the fridge.
Maddie says she gets her maple syrup from, somebody said 100.
I am over 100 years old. I'm just young for my age.
No, he is.
There's
65.
lots of people put it up.
Yeah, so how long does it take for Danny to...
Old enough, I like wild turkeys. I'm old enough to know better.
That he should be.
I should be.
All right, let me see who said it first.
Winona,
DC. Winona, DC. And then Curtis King said it second. And I think he's the one that said he wanted some coffee. So both of you send me an address, an email to deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. Winona, DC, and Curtis King.
Yeah.
That way, that settled that right quick.
That took care of that right quick. Right.
How long does it take for Danny corn to tossle? That's Texas Chopper.
It depends on where you live at in the country, how much fertilizer you put to it, what time of the year it is. I mean, it could be anywhere from 2 months to 3 months. You know, I mean, it just depends.
Yeah, Danny is 65 actually.
I am 65
He just turned
years old.
65 2 weeks ago. How many Cherokee tans did you get this year?
We got close to 50.
Yeah, because when he bush hogged, I found like 8 more.
Yeah. I like old man butt wrinkles. I'm old enough to realize you can never have too many tractors.
Yeah, we talking about the tractors.
I love my tractors.
Keith brings him one more, then he's got to decide on the 3 which one when he gets them all 3
when
done.
I get them all 3 done,
one of
I'm
them's
probably
got to be sold.
I'm probably going to sell one of them. If Keith ever gets his here to me, then I'm going to fix it, and out of all 3 of them, I'm going to sell one of them to some lucky person out there, you know.
Let me see. Rebecca sent me a picture of what they're grinding corn with. Let me see if I can find it.
Mike Jones says, can we get some seeds on your Etsy store? You can when I put them up, Mike. It could be 2 to 3 weeks from now.
That's what they're grinding corn with.
That's an old-fashioned mill there now.
This is their
Looks
Silver
like
Run Coffee Crafters.
Is that a grain maker? I mean,
I forgot what they called it. She told what it was. Y'all, when they get their store open, it's gonna be fun.
they're gonna have a fantastic store when they get it open now.
What's your favorite recipe for Cherokee tans? I guess I like them with brown sugar and butter.
There's 2 different ways Miss Wanda fixes them. One way she cuts the top out, scoops all the seeds out of it, fills the inside of it with brown sugar, cinnamon, some different things like that, apples and stuff like that, puts it all in, puts it in the oven and bakes it. The other way is she cuts them half in two, puts them on a cookie sheet, turns them upside down, puts a little bit of water on the thing, and she, she bakes them out of it.
Miss Catherine says, will you ask for visiting rights after selling the tractor?
Well,
he might have to come drive it once a year.
Sherry Exner says, save a horse, drive a tractor.
Tim says, I found 2 more subs on Marketplace tonight. I'll take a Subway if you're going to bring me a Subway, but Danny don't get any more Cubs.
He meant Cubs.
I know, but he ain't getting no Cubs.
Yeah, it depends now.
Yep. Well, his goal is to start working on them eventually. So, yeah, there'll be more Cubs in the future if everything works out. So as he gets them and works on them, he's going to resell them. He would love to be able to do that.
Stormy Kurt says, I'm done working. I don't even have one tractor. What am I doing wrong? Oh, man.
Walk out on faith and buy one.
Okay, they said it was a 1941 Lehman's grain mill.
Yeah, that's what she said. Wow, it was grandfather's. All right, same grandfather that roasted coffee? Just asking.
Laura Montano says, something got all over Danny corn except 2 stalks, 4 years made it. Do you think I'll have enough, a good amount to try again next year? If you've got 4 years, you got enough to plant a big area.
Yeah. Darlene says, have you found a recipe that you wouldn't use corn flour in? That I would not?
Not really.
Not really. I mean, you can even make a cake with it if you wanted to. It's just according to how much sugar and stuff to make it taste the way you want it to taste. And somebody wants to know about my shirt.
It says, best view comes after
the hardest
climb.
Galatians 6:9. Mark Kruger says, prayers for my niece. She just got married today.
Well, see, marriage is a funny thing. It's the beginning and the end of a person's life. You know, when you get married, it's the beginning of a new life, but then all of a sudden you realize your life is over, you know, and it's the end of your life. When most people are dating someone and getting ready to get married, and they first get married, they could eat them up, you know, and 10 years later they'll wish they had, you know.
He tells our grandkids that all the time. You ought to see Brianna's face when he told her that. Okay, this sounds good. Coffee flavored syrup is good. All right, Brad, you and Rebecca remember coffee flavored syrup. We got to figure out how to do that. I don't know. I wonder if I could take your
It would have
syrup.
to be done while it's hot. You would have to
infuse
you'd have to have
somehow.
hot coffee and hot cane syrup, and you'd have to infuse them both together, but I don't know at what ratio.
Not much coffee to, well, the cane syrup's so stout.
The cane syrup's pretty stout.
Now,
yeah.
I probably could do maple, but I may have to try that.
May have to. Let's get that where the chat's rolling again.
That sounds good. Let me get this going. Okay.
Oh, it jumped. I probably missed a lot of them.
Yeah, you probably did.
Okay, we missed a lot of them there.
Not too many. I saw how far it went. I'm operating this thing here. Renata said my country living mill grinds popcorn without any difficulty. So she has a
country living mill. Those are nice heavy duty ones though.
All right, so.
Okay, now you can roll it ahead now.
All right. Let's see where we're at. Maybe chicken would eat them. They told somebody. Well, there it went again.
You done got me all confused.
All right, I was right here. All right. Let's see.
Coffee syrup does sound good, Kathy said.
All right. Coffee syrup is a thing in the East Coast.
Oh. It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing, too.
Oh, happy anniversary, Darren.
Happy anniversary. 35 years.
All right, Gross. I felt like my life ended 5 years ago during a split. That is, you know, to break up or to divorce or anything like that is really it's really tough on individuals, especially if you weren't the one causing the problem, you know, or you were blindsided or something of that nature. Yeah, it's pretty hard. As a matter of fact, me and an oncologist was talking one time when I was studying cancer. And he told me that there's two things that brings on cancer faster than anything else. He said divorce and the long-term care of an elderly person who is ungrateful. He said those two things put a lot of stress on a person's life, and it leads to an acidic, you know, pH in the body, which literally can lead to cancer in a person's life.
All right, Jesus says mix the coffee and syrup when cooking it down, and the water will cook off and leave the coffee flavor.
Yeah, but you'd have to have it in the whole batch to do that.
Well, I mean, if I did a small batch on the stove.
If you did a small batch on the stove, yeah, you could do that.
I think so.
Starburst said, you never said what kind of collards. We use Georgia collards. Here where we're at, we use Yates collards and Georgia collards. Those are the two kinds that we grow here.
So Rhode Island, Autocrat coffee syrup is the best. They're from Rhode Island. Okay, I don't know if I jumped again because it went.
Okay, we're after 9 o'clock anyway. So.
All right. Miss Fran said her and her husband are having a 25th wedding anniversary coming up.
Oh, well, happy anniversary to y'all too.
All right, so let me see what we got going.
Someone
here.
there was saying they like bacon flavored syrup.
I hadn't had any bacon flavored syrup. That does sound pretty decent. Mr. Ray says continue to pray for his wife.
We always pray for Mr. And guys, I want to tell y'all before we get off here tonight, there is a YouTube channel that I have been watching for a pretty good while. It's called Matt Jacobs. Now the guy doesn't do any talking. He's a young man. He doesn't do any talking. He just had a massive setback on his channel, and I can relate to Matt in a lot of ways. He was trying to find a place of solitude and quietness and everything like that. He was building his own log home, and the land around him sold, and now there's just noise everywhere. And he actually, I'm not going to spoil the video for you, but go check out Matt Jacobs. If you don't know him, he has a YouTube channel. It's a really good channel if you like quietness and peacefulness and stuff like that. The guy does a fantastic job. He's a very hardworking individual. But check out his channel. I've been watching him for quite a while build this log cabin, and a little over a year now. He's been cutting his own trees down, peeling them, notching them to fit, and all this kind of stuff. Things like that really fascinate me, especially in the younger generation. You know, I just love seeing young people do stuff like this. So I want to throw that out there. Is check out Matt Jacobs' channel.
All right, people are asking for prayer for a lot of different things. Our country, our leaders, someone that lost a daughter this morning, health, and all that. So,
you know, Melissa is saying pray for a peaceful mind. Guys, that's something that's going to be very difficult for lots of people here in the near future. We're going through solar cycle 25 right now, and the magnetosphere is actually going wacko with the solar storms and all that's taking place. We're fixing to see another large Class X solar flare. And when these kind of things happen, it affects the mind in people. People actually go crazy during this time. Mr. Chris and me talked a lot of times when he's over here. He'll say at certain times they get a huge influx of people into the hospital where he works at with people that are mentally ill, and he's learned to coincide it with this the solar flares whenever they're released off the sun, and realize that the magnetosphere is making people mentally crazy at times. And also it's when countries go to war, because people, they get irritated real bad and they can't make rash decisions, and they just want to go to war. That's just something that they want to do. And so keep that in mind when you think about these things. Pray that the Lord gives you a calm spirit, and that He'll override anything that's happening in the solar system that's affecting our human bodies. I do every day. I pray, Lord, just give me a peaceful mind today. Help me to be able to have power over man, power over the enemies of my life, and to be able to just have a peaceful time, a peaceful day, things like that. I pray for that every day of my life.
Okay, Miss Starla and Terminator, pray for them. Miss Starla's been having a lot of health issues. And your daughter said Perry Heron passed away. Did you know that?
No.
No, I remember the name. I just
Perry used to work for me. He's same age I am.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to him, but now Kyle's Cabin. I do know about Kyle's Cabin. As a matter of fact, I think Kyle he may be selling his place or something. But he's similar to Matt Jacobs. Yeah. The peace that passes all understanding. That's right. Okay, so let's have a word of prayer and see if we can't. Praise the Lord here, Father. We're thanking you so much. You've been good to us. It's been a challenging week, but Lord, ain't nothing challenging when you're in the driver's seat, Father. It's we always know that you're going to lead us through. You're going to take us through without any problems, and you're going to bring us out on the other side better than we were when we started. And Father, we got a lot of people tonight asking for prayer requests. Mr. Ferguson, he's very faithful. Mr. Ray, and asking for his wife who has lupus and other issues going on in her body, Father. I do pray that that could be eradicated in her life, and she would be able to have a very enjoyable time, Father, that her body could be healed from that. We have lots of others. I've seen some MRIs that need to be done on knees, and Lord, there's just a ton of things that people are having issues with here tonight. And the one thing I love about talking to you, Father, about prayer requests for people is that you're the great physician. Nothing takes you by surprise. You created these bodies out of the dust of the earth. It is absolutely nothing for you to speak or to touch or to heal someone of any kind of problems that they're facing, Father. And Lord, I know you can do it, and that's why tonight I'm asking you tonight, for the ones who's put up these prayer requests, I'm asking you to reach down and to heal their bodies, Father, whether it's physical, spiritual, financial, emotional, whichever one it is, Father. Heal their bodies, but Father, also within their own life, they've got to believe that it can be done. We see over in the book of James, Father, you mentioned we have not, just simply because we ask not. And when we ask amiss, so that we might consume it upon our own lust. And Father, we just got to believe. We just got to believe that when we ask, you're going to do it. I've come to the point now in my life that when I ask, I go ahead and start looking, because I know you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for being good to us. I pray for our country. There's some things that's fixing to happen in the very near future, Father. Very disturbing. But it's leading to the end times, which in a way brings some joy, because we know we're almost there and we can see the other side. When we know these things has got to happen, but they're going to be very, very challenging for those of us who don't want to partake of it. And we try to do what you said, Father. We try to come out from among her and be separate, that we do not partake of her plagues. Most people forget that last part. That's why it's so important to come out of this system that we're in, so that we can be protected from the plagues, Father. And I pray that tonight, the ones that are actually doing their best to come out of this system that we're under, you will protect them from any of the plagues that's fixing to come upon this land now. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen. All right.
Yeah, I can't read this up here anymore, and so I'm having to, that's why I'm looking down, because I can't read this even though I've made it bigger. I'm having trouble reading, so I'm reading here. Pray for me and my 3 sons. That's Reflect. Remember that show, My Three Sons?
My 3 sons. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
And then the little boy, Ernie, he adopted?
Yep. Oh,
that tells how old we are, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, do you have a tip?
Oh. Danny, the way of the world is now, we need your wisdom and your tips. Salvation in Jesus' name. Amen, 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 amen. All right. Oh.
Tip.
Guys, everybody's wanting a tip for tonight, but let me tell you something. There's something fixing to happen, and I'm not going to give you an exact date, but I'm going to give you a time to look for. I'm going to tell you it's going to be within a year to a year and a half. If I can't see for what you're talking about.
The last one.
Oh yeah, we talked. Oh man, Buck Reckles, we talked about that today. Me and Wanda was just talking about that today. Don't eat the blue snow and don't eat the yellow snow. Okay. But anyway, getting back. There's a series of events that is in the making right now. If the information that we're getting is actually correct, then within a year to a year and a half, the financial system will have changed. And if you need to make any kind of financial decisions, then I would say, Wanda and I, let me put it this way, Wanda and I are going ahead and making any financial decisions right now we need to make. Because within a year or year and a half, everything as you know it is not going to be that way anymore. We are in the process as a nation, and as it ain't just us, it's global. We're about to make a big flip, okay? A big financial flip. And if you've been hoarding up money or trying to save cash for a rainy day or anything like that, then it's going to affect that. Let me say that. I can't go into a lot of details about it, but Wanda and I are going ahead and making financial decisions. Let me just say that. And if you need to make some kind of financial decisions, then it might be a good time to do it now. As a matter of fact, me and David Dubine done a video this past week together, and we cover a little bit of this in the video. David has been talking about it for quite some time on his channel, and David does a fantastic job.
He brings out a lot of things if you'll pay attention.
Yes.
David really brings out a lot of world events all over the globe, because he does know a lot about different countries. He's been in several countries over the years, and he knows financial. I mean, let's just put it this way. My little town that I live in, right here where we live at, has just put in a facility in the last couple of years. We're mining Bitcoin here. And I never thought in my wildest dreams in our little country town that I would ever see a facility like this mining Bitcoin. Let me put it to you this way. AI and mining Bitcoin requires so much electricity to do that AI is taking over the power grid now. And AI
is going to take care of AI. And we're going to see certain places that's going to have the electricity cut off. If there is a little bit of a power shortage for some reason and AI can't get enough power to generate itself, then it's going to take it away from you and it's going to give it to itself. So you can expect in the near future to see blackouts or brownouts, whatever you want to call it, pulling power from the rural areas to give to AI to be able to keep AI up and going. That's sad to say that machines now have that capability, but they do.
Yeah, when he's saying mining Bitcoin, you're not digging in the ground mining our old brains think.
No.
Mining Bitcoin is one computer after another lined up. This building puts out so much heat, it killed the trees behind the building, and they had to buy that property, right?
Yeah.
You have multiple computers and multiple fans, and then they keep adding on and putting more computers and more fans. In other words, they're building up Bitcoin, I guess, on computer.
Yeah. My daughter says Trey wants to go into cybersecurity. Is that smart? Jen, cybersecurity, if he goes into cybersecurity, you probably won't see him a lot. Because the three-letter agencies that are out there, the CIA, the FBI, all these different people, are the ones who use people who work in cybersecurity. The FBI more than any of the other ones.
Might do a good job with the government.
Well, it depends. That's a very tricky question. Even though cybersecurity is going to become more difficult and more difficult as time goes on, because I'm going to put it to you, I'm fixing to be honest. The United States is probably several years behind other countries like China and Russia in cyber stuff. So we've got some catching up to do. And hopefully we can make that happen. But that's going to be a tough call to ask to say, is it a good field to go into? It's going to be a very challenging field, because you're not only dealing with computers now, you're going to be dealing with AI. And I kind of got a sneaky suspicion that AI will eventually take over cybersecurity, and there'll be no need for man to do it because AI will do it. So you might want to keep that in mind too. Let's see.
All right. Adapt 2030 is David's channel. Adapt 2030. Yeah. And look for a video with Danny sometime in the next week or two. I'm not sure how far behind he is in editing and things like that. Should you keep some cash on hand?
Always keep cash on hand. Right now, mainly make it small bills, 20s or less. Do not do big bills, because we've learned big bills are not the way to go.
And people are wondering about paying property taxes. You're not going to lose your money.
You won't lose your money. You'll have to turn your money in. You'll be given a certain amount of time to turn your money in.
But the thing is, with the banks.
What might happen here is, if you've saved money for several years and you have it in a safe, and you go to turn it in, then the law is probably going to say we need to be able to see a receipt for that money before we can actually accept it and give you currency back for it in the digital form. Because if you can't produce a receipt from where you got it from, they're not going to give you your digital currency. Then it'll just become useless. It's just paper. You just lost it. You know, I mean, that's why I'm telling you, Wanda and I are trying to make some wise decisions. If we take money out of the bank to keep for our own personal use, to save, then we make sure when we take it out of the bank that we get a receipt for it. These are things that we're trying to do right now when we take it out. Because if you just go in there and make a withdrawal and say, or if you just cash a check and just put it in, put it in a safe or something, and then it comes time to, you have to turn it in to get your digital currency rating, then you may not be able to get it because you don't have a receipt for it. Now, also understand that when we go to digital currency, everything will be done off of a credit score. Everything that you do will have a credit score to it. Right now, there are drones above us in the sky everywhere. They're mapping every square inch of the earth. They're checking every little piece of property, every square foot of ground, and every square foot of ground will have a numerical or a digital value to it. And your piece of property you own, let's just say it's all dirt, then it will be worth this much money in digital currency. But if you have land that has lots of timber on it, let's just say it's little timber. This year it's worth this much money. Next year the timber gets bigger, then it's worth a little bit more. And as the timber gets bigger, it becomes more valuable. Or if you have houses on it and you add a house and you add another house, and it becomes more valuable as the years go on. And then it also, if you don't comply like they want you to comply, then you will have money extracted from your account because your credit score will be depleted and currency will be taken from you. Now, I know that people's going to ask about silver and gold and all this kind of stuff. Silver and gold is never going to go away. But understand, all it takes is the stroke of a pen and silver or gold becomes illegal, because that's already happened in the United States. That happened many, many years ago. It was illegal many years ago for you to own gold in the United States. And then, what was it, Ronald Reagan or one of them right before him actually made it legal to be able to own gold again. So please understand that at any given moment, a president can do an executive order and make silver, gold, any precious metal, he can make it illegal for you to own, and you have to turn it in and get a digital currency for it. Now, we all know that in the last days that the Bible talks about, there will be some silver and gold out there. Because in Daniel, what is it? Daniel, oh my goodness, chapter 4, somewhere along in there, verse 11, something like that. It says they will actually throw the gold and the silver in the streets and they will curse it because they cannot eat it, which means there's going to be a shortage of food, and you're not going to, it don't matter how much money you have, you're not going to be able to afford to eat, because it says in Revelation, it also tells us it'll take a day's wages to buy one meal, because food will become that scarce. So I'm not investing in silver and gold. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you all that. I am not investing in any kind of silver or gold. I'm investing in food. I'm investing in a way to grow food, a way to produce food. I'm experimenting with all kinds of different ways to make sure I can grow food, because I know that's the one thing. I can live without silver or gold. I cannot live without food or water. That's the two things you cannot live without.
And with the weather, it's getting more and more difficult, and the atmospheric changes to grow food. So whatever you did for the last 20 years may or may not work. The ground you are on may or may not work. That's why we're doing raised beds, growing in high tunnels, doing our gardening out like Danny did 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. You have to be able to adjust daily.
Yeah.
Because just like our grapes, the grapes were beautiful, hanging tags of grapes everywhere. They were outside. This is the first year he's had them outside. And we thought we would have a good harvest of grapes outside. But no, the rain hit it and the sun hit it and blistered everything, and they just started drying up. Now the ones in the high tunnel did fabulous.
Yeah.
now that the rain's gone, our muscadines are doing fabulous. So, you got to go with the flow and have a variety.
Vicki brought up a very good statement. She says she remembered that during COVID, the sale of garden seeds was banned in Michigan.
Yep.
See, guys, it doesn't take much at all for something to just be banned. And that's why it's so important. Save your own. Learn how to save pure seeds. Not just save seeds, but save pure seeds. Just Planet Gardening, Mr. Danny, is Danny corn a sweet corn or field corn? It is a field corn. It is a dent corn. It is used for making flour, cornmeal, grits, chicken feed, cattle feed. You can make all of it with.
A lot of them are asking about taxes and losing their land. When it comes to that part of it, it's very hard to say, because you're not losing your money. Like if you get a check or you work for it, or it comes through the government because you're on Social Security or whatever, that still goes in the bank. You don't see that money. You don't get cash money.
We are already under a cashless society now. You have already been working under a cashless society. If you use a credit card, a debit card, or anything like this, the computer, PayPal, whatever. You're already in the system. You're already using a digital currency, whether you know it or not. You've already started using the digital currency.
Whether you write a check, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You don't ever see that money, is what I'm saying.
You never see the money.
You never see money. So basically, everybody's on a digital. How many of you actually handle money daily and pay for everything that you do, whether it's your power bill, buying groceries, gas, a babysitter, whatever you pay anybody to do anything? When you go buy something, do you use cash 24/7? No, I doubt there's
not many people.
One person in the whole chat.
There's a lot of places that won't take cash.
Exactly.
Like you go to a city right now and try to put cash in a parking meter. Most of them won't take them anymore. You got to swipe a card or tap it. Mine are tap cards now. Everything, guys, it's just changing. It is the prophetic stuff of the end time. It is. Let me just tell you this: our president is fixing to usher in a system that's going to bring the beast system in. And I hate to say that, but it's honest to God truth. It's nothing bad. It's God's timeline, but here in the next few years, He is going to issue in a system to bring in the beast system. It's already been planned. It's already being talked about. If it wasn't him, it would have been another president. So you can't blame it on him. It was going to be whoever was in the office of presidency was set up for this time before 2030 to be able to bring in this new system, to be able to usher in the beast system. Right now, all I'm going to tell you is try to work out something with people in your community that you can barter or trade with. We know in the Bible that during the time of Gideon, I encourage people to go back in the Bible and read about Gideon. When God sent the angels to look for Gideon, Gideon was threshing wheat at the wine press. Now, stop and think about that. You don't thresh wheat at a wine press. You crush olives, grapes, and stuff like that at a wine press. During his time of existence, the Babylonians, which I think it was the Babylonians, had made it where whatever you grew, you had to, they would come and take it. And he was hiding, threshing his wheat at the wine press because nobody was coming there to do it because it was the wrong time of the year. And it says the angel of the Lord found him there and told him that, they had a job they wanted him to do. And go ahead and read the story in the Bible. It's a really interesting story. But it's going to come to a point, if you have food, you're going to have to do it very secretively in order to be able to have it and have it for any length of time.
I think I saw something that was saying that they were actually trying to ban growing your own food because they thought it was dangerous. Now, I don't know where
Well,
that was at and what I saw it on.
Based on that, let me say this. There is an initiative out there now. I'm not going to go into any detail right now because I can't. But there is an initiative out there right now that if you have a smart refrigerator or a smart deep freeze, let's just say that, smart refrigerator or a deep freeze, it can tell what kind of food is in that refrigerator, and it can send that data back to a database that connects to your insurance company. And if you are eating unhealthy and eating something that you're not supposed to be eating based off of your health conditions, it can notify your insurance company, and your insurance company can cancel your insurance. Now, think about that. I will not have any kind of smart anything in my house. I mean, I hope to God above I'm the smartest thing in my house.
Well, we have a computer other than that.
Other than this computer sitting right here. And I'm smart. I'm older than Google is the way I look at it.
The two things.
Things like that bother me. I don't have a smart meter on my house, so I'm not worried about the EMFs from that, the electromagnetic frequencies. If you have a smart meter on your house, please do not have your bed anywhere near it, okay? Make sure your bed is on the other end of the house from it, because it gives off electromagnetic frequencies, which does tamper with the T cells in your body. What in the world are you doing? You just took away everything.
No, I'm trying to take something down so they don't have so many ads. I'm going to see if it works.
Oh, okay. But anyway, guys, that's neither here nor there right now. Oh, pass over.
Stuff out.
But that's just some things tonight I thought I'd throw out there at you all. There's so much going on around us right now that it's just not the world we grew up in. You know, that's the bottom line. It's just not the world we grew up in. And it is changing at a very rapid pace now. And any kind of smart devices. Do you know that your LED light bulbs in your house can communicate with your laptop? Do you know that's why they changed to LED light bulbs? Is so that it can communicate with a laptop. Your laptop communicates with your phone.
And you can't buy the old light bulbs anymore.
Your phone will communicate with your refrigerator if it's a smart refrigerator. It will communicate with your deep freeze if it's a smart deep freeze. If you have a smart dishwasher that can Bluetooth, it connects with it. If you have a car that has all the new up-to-date things, our car emails us back and forth like a human being. I mean, literally, these things are all communicating with each other. That's why we had to go to 5G technology. And we're fixing to go to 6G before long. 6G is about mind control. I'm not even going to get into that. But enough said. I got to stop. Okay.
That is true. A lot going on.
A lot going on, guys. I know I've kept y'all longer than I should. And I apologize for that, but sometimes when things get to going,
well, the one thing not to worry about, we're already in a digital currency, whether you like it or not.
We're already there.
You can say what you want, you can use your cash still, but 99% of the people are using digital currency. They don't see money. Several of them said they don't even have money in their pocket. Most people don't even.
Well, let me say something else to you. This initiative is out there. Your insurance company may contact you at some point and tell you that you have to upgrade your refrigerator to a new smart refrigerator, or you may have to upgrade some appliance in your house up to a smart one because they're not getting the data that they need from you. And if you do not comply, then your credit score will get knocked down and money will be deducted out of your account because you've not complied. I mean, these things, guys, I know this sounds horrible. It
And
sounds
they will
like
give you
communism.
they won't say we're not getting data. They're going to say, your insurance company's going to say, in order for your house coverage, you need to upgrade your refrigerator because we can't insure your house.
The old one's not safe.
Yeah, the old one's not safe. They're going to give you all this kind of rigmarole. That's how they get away with it. Because they're not going to tell you, hey, we can't get your data.
Right.
They're going to say the old one is not good. I mean, same thing with wood heaters. They've been doing the same thing.
You know, let me tell you something. You know why they ban gas stoves? You know why they ban gas stoves in some states? By a certain date, all gas stoves have to be gone. It's because when you have a gas stove, you can still cook. They can't cut your electricity off and fix it where you can't cook. Because they have no control over you at that point. They want to have you where you have total control over you. That's why they ban gas stoves. It's not because of anything else that they come up with. That's why. Because they can't stop you from cooking your food. That's the bottom line. Okay, that's it. See you guys later. I almost got myself in trouble here. And Jennifer's right. They'll make it look like it's beneficial to you.
Yep, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And then there's something coming out there in outer space everybody's talking about. It's called 31 Atlas. You know what I mean? That's the next big issue. So there's a guy who's really good on this. It's Avi Loeb. He's a really great guy.
How do you spell Obi? O-B-I? Obi Loeb, L-O-B-E.
I tell you what, corrective spelling will fix it for you. That's all. He's not an American. I mean, I can't say he's not American. He's of a foreign descent. The guy's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff, and he's really intelligent. Check him out and go figure out about 31 Atlas, Atlas 31. How you say it? Avi Loeb.
Avi Loeb.
Yeah.
A-V-I-L-O-E-B.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a world of knowledge on this stuff, guys. So, okay.
You done now?
I'm through.
You through now?